It's a trap, you walk right into the hate. All over a new king that's face is just replaced. It's all the same, you still be ruled by force. And no matter who it is, they'll still carry on the torch. Just a lie, cheat, steal, half of what you make. Taxation is steps, it's time to vacate the state. Newsflash, all your cash is an IOU. From killers who really do steal from you. Inflation is a weapon used by every nation who says that they're saving the world through lies. That they disguise and pass off as bravery. Well, I got news, debt is slavery. It don't matter who's madder, a new master don't matter. When they both want the same, the state don't play no games. They got you trying to survive and put you on sides and ready to kill each other. That's conquer and divide. It's all for show or for hyper control.
That's a fucking... Oh yeah? This is all fake. Fuck my pussy, daddy.
And we're back with another episode of Bonesandtubs.
The shocked look on your face, or a confused look, I guess.
I was waiting for you to say boy, you know.
Oh, yeah. Boy.
Yeah. But it never came.
Yeah, sorry.
You said daddy instead, and that threw me all the way through the loop.
Hey, puppy.
Adios mio, puppy.
That one kid, that little Spanish kid that's running around fucking with people with that PVC pipe where he sneaks up on him.
I hate that dude.
No, Nano?
Listen, I fucking hate him. And I feel like I'm going to...
Because you're terrified he'll get you?
No. I'm going to throw this out there. First of all, I don't like... here's what I've determined about TikTok. The one thing like that pisses me off straight up, right, is people that fake videos that are supposed to be real, right?
Yeah.
Like that Muñaño, that's fake.
Yeah.
Every one of them. I can guarantee every single one of them is fucking fake.
You know it's not
because
fake.
Here's what's going to happen. Because the second he does that to a stranger, now mind you, there might be a couple that are real, but for the most part, I think they're all fake.
Yeah, it's similar to like that guy. Like, I'm Tyrone, and I'm about to fuck this man's wife, long dick style.
Yeah, I just don't.
Some of those are real, but most of them are fake.
Yeah, I think like if he picks a target, he's like, oh, this person's not gonna like try to kill me, because he's not gonna go up to somebody like some big motherfucker and start pulling that shit, because they will fucking slap him.
Yeah.
I can't stand that dude. I really can't. The one that absolutely got me was probably one of the ones that was actually. It's the real ones that actually make me hate him the most, because he picks people that aren't gonna
weak.
Well, weak's a strong word. It was an older woman. He did it to, right? I mean, that doesn't make them
not a threat.
They get physically weak, but that's some predator shit, man.
Right.
And he did that shopping cart thing. Where she's just minding her business, putting shit in her cart, and he just fucking runs up and fucking blasts her cart, and she like kind of looks at him like, "Excuse me."
I didn't know that was the same dude.
Yeah, he does that shit too.
That's dumb.
Yeah,
I only brought it up because what we're about to talk about is fake, so I thought we would start out fake and
yeah. So
before we gotta. I'm sorry, I'm all over the place. I'm a little revolutionary in my head right now.
You're good.
How about that fucking episode cover from JNY5 Internet Studios on Instagram over at jny5.com from last week's episode.
Out of fucking control.
Yeah.
I wish we had a bigger studio. Like, I envision one day we would just like rent out a space to have like the
pole barn,
like the LL Studios LLC studio, right? Recording studio, and like the hallways would just be like
littered with
artwork from JNY5 from different episodes. Like, just pick most of them are great. But there are some that are just fire. Like, there are some though.
Yeah, that's what let's see. I was texting him the other day. Let me see what it said, because I think it kind of mirrors what you're saying.
Like, I'm kind of hoping that when I finally like get finished, because I am like I'm about a third of the way through like the first episode of that one thing, the sci-fi fantasy chronicle series, right? And I'm kind of hoping that when it's done, because this is one of those things you're hearing about it now, but you're not going to hear it probably. I would put a year on it, because like between writing, recording, and editing and all that other stuff, you're not going to see it for a year.
What's the length you think of an episode?
Oh, I'm trying to push for about at least 30 to 40 minute episodes.
Oh, that ain't shit. I mean, we could record. I can record and edit.
See, but that's the thing though. It's when you're talking. I don't want to get in the shop of it, but see, it's going to be multiple people doing different voices, right?
Gotcha. So it's a logistical nightmare.
Yes, and there's going to be sound effects.
Ooh.
Yeah, I have this whole vision in my head. I hope you can You can travel down this road with me.
Oh, I'm going. I mean? Yeah, I'm already got the car warmed up.
You got a producer credit already, so.
I messaged JNY5 after he sent that in the email, and I said if I was wordsmith enough to say that this art is the best yet, I would do it in such a way that would not overshadow in any way all the other bests that have came before it. You're a fucking savage. And then he said, if you were a wordsmith.
Está mi favorito. JMI5. But yeah, that whole, like I said, you'll continue to hear about it because I like talking about the things that I'm working on and what we're working on. But chances are I really, really want to debut it right around Christmas of 2021. If everything's still above the bar at that
still
point.
Alive
or there's actual technology. Otherwise, you'll just have to hear if I'm still alive, you'll just have to come to the public square to hear my orations like some age-old, like Homer from fucking Greek times. I just sit in a fucking pavilion and I tell stories.
If anybody out there knows how to fucking operate shortwave and how we could record and put on shortwave, let us know in the email, bonesandtubs@gmail.com, because I'm all about that shit. And I will build a Faraday cage to keep it in there so that whenever the EMP, CME, or whatever the fuck happens to shut the power down, we'll have it safe in an electronic protection box.
But what I was getting with that whole thing is that when it's ready, I'm hoping that JMY5 is willing to do artwork for that show as well.
I'm sure he will. We talked a lot about branching out in other ways, and I'm sure he wouldn't have a problem being worshipped. I like to think that we put him up on a pedestal because I like to just go back sometimes in my gallery and look at the old episodes, like the old ones he does. If you go with the American God's logic, we've kind of turned him into a god because of how much, at least, I know I worship the pictures.
Yes.
With my time and energy.
Yes.
I wish I could do what he does.
Yeah, most definitely.
I can't even really draw stick figures well.
Yeah. Well, I try. Yeah, all you can do is try. You know what I mean? I'd like to draw. I'll occasionally do a piece of artwork for somebody. I'm not very good at it, but I don't think sometimes that's not the point.
I think the show is artist, kind of. It's a type of art.
It's art. Art is a very big, broad term.
I can hear one person on YouTube that's going to find this that has purple hair, and they're the ones that do like the public displays where they piss and shit on a crucifix, and they're like, your show's not art, it's nonsense.
Well, I'm here to tell you now.
Why don't you go fuck yourself?
Stephen King, I think, said it best when it comes to being an artist or a writer or whatever you want to call it, right?
Yeah.
If you can cut a check from it, regardless of how small it is, then you are that now.
Speaking of that, we got a new $20 Patreon.
Oh, shit.
Over on patreon.com/bonesandtubs. Amanda.
Thanks, Amanda.
Thank you. Thank you. Hopefully you enjoy the shirt you get with your $20 donation. Because Patreon's got that going over there.
So we have all that stuff going on.
Yeah.
But right now, today.
I think it's time to get into the topic.
Like,
what do you think we should call this one?
I don't even know, because who knows when the dust settles, who knows what's going to happen with this, because I saw a long time, what I consider a friend, kind of fall into a trap today, and I wanted to I avoided commenting on it.
Who's that?
We take it out of the show, please. I don't want his name in the show.
I'm sure he doesn't listen, but I will.
But still, I don't want his name in the show, because I don't want people looking him up and then dogging him or something.
Yeah.
So
we do have that ability.
He said that he didn't understand how they kept calling them protesters when he said the correct term for them is domestic terrorists.
Oh, really? Is it?
And I wanted to be like, don't.
Kenosha.
I was like, don't fall into that trap.
What about all those other ones?
I was like, here, and this is okay. So if you don't understand what we're talking about, and we try not to date the show, but today,
yeah,
there was a huge rally in Washington D.C. Right, and a large amount of people went to Washington D.C. We personally know one person.
Oh yeah, fucking the father figure of El Presidente.
So. And his hermano,
his beau,
so
his beard.
Hermano is brother.
Oh, brother! I thought he went with his wife.
No, he went with his. Well, no, he went with. Well, it would be his hijo. It would be the father's hijo, which is son.
Ah,
yeah,
I got you.
That's that Duolingo hitter.
I see you.
Okay, so anyways, they got there, and there's just a big well-to-do. They stormed the Capitol. Let's put that in quotation marks real quick because I don't think they actually did that. Not mind you.
Sick.
Mind you. They did this unarmed. They all did it unarmed.
Yeah.
So that right there, they talk
all
about
the pictures were photo oppies. Fuck too.
Yeah, they're talking about like we want to start a revolution. You ain't starting shit. I'm sorry, but if you want to start a revolution,
quit paying your fucking taxes.
Okay, I mean you could go back through all of history, right?
Yeah.
And I have never seen a revolution that got started with just fisticuffs.
Yeah.
Especially when the other side was well armed.
Right.
Well armed. In fact, somebody got shot.
Yeah. Allegedly.
So you have that, but then there's so many facets to this whole thing because it's like, I mean, obviously there was a lot of people there,
yeah,
but I think it was kind of more or less staged. That, and I think this is one of those times where we talked about before. I mean, especially talked about when they were doing a lot of the BLM riots and all that other stuff. That
my dick just got hard for a second. They posted this picture of the Capitol on fire. See it?
Is it fake?
No, it's real.
Oh, okay.
But it says, breaking, Proud Boys and MAGA protesters set part of D.C. ablaze. Rioting expected to continue all night. And property damage is expected to be in the millions. Just kidding. That was when Black Lives Matter came to town.
Ah, copy.
Never mind.
Okay. Yeah, exactly. Don't talk to me about revolution. Those motherfuckers were actually... That's kind of in the vein of what you're supposed to be talking about when you talk about revolution.
Right. I'm going to talk some shit real quick.
You could... listen, there's got to be shit talked.
Yeah.
That's all there is to it.
We're going to go ahead and rip the Band-Aid off here. I'm going to go ahead and talk some shit real fast. Where you at, Q crowd? Where you at, Proud Boys? You know what I mean? They're literally, I mean, I'm not, neither of us, and I'm sure, I wish I had a shirt of me saying, I'm not a Trump dick rider.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I say it a lot. But, I'm not a Trump dick rider, okay? But, even if you believe that he's your savior, and that Q is real, and all this other shit's real, you're literally letting them steal the election from you. And, your daddy, Trump, signed a coronavirus bill that allowed, I'm not going to get a stimulus, even though I got the first one. I don't really give a fuck, but at the same time, it's like, I want to bleed the machine dry.
Yeah.
But they sent plenty of money overseas. 90% of the money went overseas. He's part of the problem. They're literally robber barons stealing from our children's future to give away to other people for their own benefit. Mm-hmm. It's fucking, it's been time.
How it was described to me was, so, you know, like, in the billions, I think it was something around $125 billion, right? Given back to the American people. Let's all put all that in quotation marks. And then $720 some odd billion sent out across the world, right?
Yeah. For dumbass shit.
Well, here's what it is. It was explained to me like this. This is how these politicians, how they laundered their money back to themselves.
Right.
Right? Because, like, they send it out to these different countries, to these different organizations. Like, you know, you got millions of dollars going to gender studies in Pakistan.
Yeah.
Right.
They get their cut and then they send some back.
And then they send some back and they get their money.
Right.
Right. It's a big, giant money laundering scheme. That's all that is.
Yeah.
Don't think of it anything other than that.
They're fucking criminals, and there's no other way to look at it, and we're just letting them do it.
Yeah.
We're about to get into something very big and bad. It's gonna be I don't know what it's gonna be. The supposedly fucking Iran yesterday hijacked the FAA communication. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Told us like basically we got something for your ass, bitch, and it's coming, and it's gonna be bigger than 9/11. Like, that's the rumor mill. If you check out Marfugal on YouTube, he's on full fucking alert right now.
Yeah.
He's freaked the fuck out, talking about the grid down, talking about all this other shit. All this stuff we're watching on TV about Pelosi's house getting raided and fucking, what's that other thing?
Mitch McConnell.
Yeah, Mitch McConnell. Like, well, go ahead and tell him what we were talking about earlier.
Okay, so you can Google this. Well, it might be wiped now, right? They might have changed it by now, for all we know.
I saw it on TikTok.
Okay, so I'm sure you could find it. So if you look at an image of the damage, quote unquote, done to Nancy Pelosi's house, it's on her garage, right? Spray painted and all sorts of nonsense, right?
We want our money.
You know what's great? Like what I noticed, and I was like, huh, that's, you know, and I like zoomed in the image. I'm like, that's funny. Somebody, these quote unquote who put anarchist symbols in her garage door and all that stuff.
Yeah.
They took the time to make sure to tape the garage door so that spray paint didn't get on her brick of her house.
That's a motherfucker too.
Oh, that's what I'm thinking. Because like if they spray painted the brick, I feel like they would have had to just like either I don't know how they fix brick when it gets spray painted. I assume
Pressure washer, right?
Pressure wash. I don't know.
I don't either.
Maybe she needed a new garage door.
Yeah,
right.
That's definitely she got that shit on insurance.
But no. They were just very
whore.
conscientious people
Yeah.
who like they're like, oh well, we want her to pay some money. We won't pay her a lot of money though, because if we fuck up the brick,
Yeah. Right.
Like I feel like what she did was she got into her massive thousands of dollars ice cream drawer in her fridge, right?
$24,000 refrigerator.
Sitting there licking on her tutti frutti, right?
She probably poured it over a child while she licked it off of him.
And then she like looked at her aides and she's like, go out down to Walmart, get about 6 or 7 cans of spray paint.
That cunt probably doesn't even know what a Walmart is.
Make sure you get some fucking tape.
Yeah, you better tape my fucking brick.
You better tape that shit up.
Wait, hold on. You better tape the fucking brick because she's trashed.
Yeah, she was drunk.
Super drunk.
Like she's bypassed. Like she has that wine bottle that just has like you just literally stick a wine glass in the top of it.
Yeah, just pour out.
That's all it is. It's just a wine bottle with the top on it.
You know what I mean?
And then of course, Mitch McConnell. Well, I got damage on my door too.
Oh, I have a fucking scrotum on my neck.
He was, we're talking about former Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell. He is no longer, as of I think right now is this time well, I guess he is until the new senators get sworn in. Then he will be the minority leader, and we will have a minority. The Republicans will have a minority in the House, the Senate, and the presidency.
I'm done playing this fucking game, man. The politic game.
So
over it.
Here's what I'm going to say to that, and honestly, this is my personal feelings about the whole thing.
Yeah,
is I kind of feel bad for Democrats right now because they have all these highfalutin notions of how they're going to work for them and they're going to do all these things for them.
So great,
but it's like think of it like this. Okay, in years past, Republican leaders, Democratic leaders, like Trump never had it, but before him, Democratic leaders, Republican leaders, all these people, right?
Yeah.
All these presidents had these said majorities in houses in years past, right?
Right.
Where they could have actually made real policy change happen. But it never happened, right? Obama had it. And what we got was basically
got a big fucking dick in the mouth.
Well, we were told we were more or less forced like if you don't have health insurance, well now you have to buy it, bitch.
Yeah, if you don't, it's a crime.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But I mean, so like I said, I was thinking about it today, and I was like, if this shit doesn't collapse, I was thinking of like, what's the worst? Well, the worst would be like them indoctrinating us with like social credit score systems. And,
it's coming for sure. It's coming.
And
it's already here.
And I feel like
that
would. I almost would feel like it would tie into the whole healthcare thing.
Yeah.
Because
listen, that whole thing, they've been putting this shit out for years. It hit me right in the dick the other day. We've already kind of talked about it, but it really came home because we're in that technocracy, like we're birthing the technocratic nation.
Yeah.
All these fucking cards that you use or payment services that you use, like say you use Walmart Pay or whatever it is on your phone to pay at Walmart, or you use a Kroger card for the fuel points, or a Speedway card for the fuel points. They're tracking all your fucking purchases. And that's going to go into your fucking social credit score system, which is going to affect the level of health care you get once everything's universal.
Oh, yeah.
This is all fucking part of it.
Don't think that everybody's going to get the same health care either.
No.
First of all, don't even think for a second that these politicians, first of all...
Well, they already opted out of it.
Theirs has never changed. Like, theirs isn't going to change. Their lifestyle, their money,
for their shit.
Their money, everything that they are, nothing about what they are is going to change.
Yeah.
Right. We're going to change.
Right.
We're going to change, but they're not going to change.
We're going to lose our access to meat. We've had eco-terrorists. I'm the only one that I've seen saying this right now, and it could be wrong, but this is what my gut tells my tummy. What my tum-tum tells me is that, have you seen all these fires that are going on randomly at, like the largest processing plants of chicken and pork and all this shit? It's been going on for a while. And we just had one the other day where 250,000 chickens were fucking destroyed in a fire.
Tell me, like
eco-terrorists.
What if this is like the whole end game with that is like getting rid of the meat, right?
That's exactly what it is.
Well, and because here's why. Because once you get rid of the meat, right, you've moved like because they're moving to these impossible meat and all this shit, right?
Right.
So that moves it into factories, right?
Yes.
It moves it out of the hands of farmers and whatnot and individuals, who can be entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
And raise their own livestock.
Right.
And of course, what they'll do is this is how they're going to do it too. They're going to do it the same way they've done with a lot of things. They're going to put ungodly fucking taxes on raising livestock.
Or they're going to do what they've done in other countries, which is fucking disturbing. And the only person I've seen talking about is Ice Age Farmer. But say like Germany, for instance, they have shut down so much fucking livestock over there as far as pigs and cows. Because of these diseases that are coming out of China, just like this fucking one thing I can't say out loud. They'll fucking send a statey out there, like say you own a farm,
yeah,
right, out in the middle of fucking nowhere. They throw over a fucking pig onto your farm that has they say has this deadly swine virus that's going around right now. It's not even in the news yet, I don't think, but there's a new swine flu going around, and if they find one specimen, they're shutting down all of the farms in like a 50-mile radius. So, and then they've also done this thing in Australia. I saw this on Max Egan on BitChute. He's talking about chickens. He's like, they have an avian flu going around also. Convenient. They're literally coming and they're being like, hey, we found, and it literally comes out of the air. So a bird could have it or fly over, a plane could shoot it out of a plane. They find it on your farm, supposedly, because of some fake-ass test. You want to know what they do? They don't shut you down. They incinerate your chickens. They just go into your coop and incinerate your chickens.
And probably they don't reimburse you for it either.
Fuck no.
No.
If you want to see what's going to happen in the United States, especially if they let this fucking pedophile get in office, I'm not talking about Trump, pedophile, but the other pedophile, the old one. I mean, I'm sorry. They're both old.
They're both old white
The
dudes.
white one. Fuck,
Oh,
you're
God,
right.
Yeah,
God damn it. The one with the black lady who
vice
sucked a lot of
president.
cock. Yeah, as the vice president.
Okay.
I can't say her name because if you try to pronounce her name, you're racist. That's just the thing I saw in the news.
What?
But, yeah, you can't. If you mispronounce her name, it's racism. Even though she changes the way, whatever.
Who mispronounces it?
Everyone, even her.
But it's
Nope, don't say it. I see that racist look in your eye. Don't even do it. Don't even try.
I've heard that name a million times. I feel like I could pronounce it properly.
Racist motherfucker.
I'm fluent in 2 languages. And,
One of them is racism.
and semi-fluent in 2 other languages. I'm almost quadlingual, right? To an extent.
But they're all white languages, aren't they? You racist fuck.
No. I'm learning Spanish. A lot of brown people speak Spanish.
Brown people. You mean people of color?
Oh my God.
See,
They call themselves brown.
they're racist too. Sorry.
Okay.
I gotta fucking get it out, man.
I'm sorry. Latinx people speak Spanish.
Did you see they're changing? Just to change it up to another shit show of a fucking nightmare that's coming down the pike. That they're changing women to Wimixin.
I've seen that.
Wimix in.
They've been doing that for a long time though, or they spell it WOMYN. Or you got that
you
you got that one senator.
right?
You got that one senator recently who did a prayer and said "Amen" and "Ah women," and people were like, "That Amen" at the end of a prayer isn't a reference to men at all.
It's a reference to the god Amen.
I mean, well, it's
You want to go deep.
We go deep, but
deep
let's,
with it.
You scratch the surface. It's the Hebrew translation is "so be it," right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and all women is just that's a nonsense word,
Yeah.
everybody. That doesn't mean anything.
You made a stupid mouth sound. You're dumb. I think. Do you have that unsettled feeling in your tum-tum, or is that just me?
Well, something's coming down the pike. Like,
you think it's Cthulhu?
it's one of the, you know what it is? So, like, you could kind of see down the road, and you could get, like, the way things are working out, you could kind of see a little bit into the future and understand, like, there's only so much possibility, right?
Yeah.
Right now, it's like I think I talked about it in the last episode. I was like, this is like that part in, like, I don't know if I talked about it on the show, but it's like the part I think we were talking about before the show. I was like, this is like when the Jedi basically said in the prequel movies, we can't really see what's going to happen in the future now,
right?
Because it's all
something's happening.
Something's going to happen. We don't know what's going to happen because we can't tell what it is anymore. That's kind of the feeling I have right now. It's a lot of uncertainty.
It's like a psychic hemorrhoid. I think I've used the reference too before. I feel as if everything is holding its breath.
Yeah.
The blind cat that Tubbs owns is hiding in the bathroom, sleeping on toilet paper. So I'm pretty sure that's kind of, if you threw paper clips and it made a blind cat sitting on toilet paper, it's probably not good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That just is a good bellwether for a lot of things.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I'm uncomfortable.
I think everybody is at this point. And this shit that went on in D.C. isn't exactly
fake as fuck
helping matters either because, like I said, I think it's doing exactly what it was meant to do.
Mm-hmm.
And that was to radicalize. We've talked about for a while that all they want to do was divide. Right.
Well,
but you know what they've done now? All they've done is harden that division.
It's like when you're fighting a metapod in a Pokemon battle.
And it just keeps using harden over and over.
It gets harder to kill it.
Yeah.
That's what they're doing.
And it's like I told you before we started the show. I said, you can't, everyone talks about Civil War and da-da-da-da-da. But the problem is, it's like, think of Civil War like a giant log of wood, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you want to start a fire, you can't just start with one giant log of wood, right?
Yeah,
you got to get some tinder going first. And this shit in D.C. smells of tinder because tinder, it's not only like, it's not natural. They've created it, right? They created it for a purpose in order to start something.
Yeah.
Right. It had to be mechanically manipulated in order to work. Right. And that's what this DC thing is. It's mechanically manipulated. It reeks of all this. I mean, you look at the pictures and you see, like you said, everyone looks like
you got fucking Secret Service that somebody had a professional camera, right? It wasn't a fucking phone. It wasn't a phone photo. It was a professionally lit and photographed picture of a broken window. I think it was the house. I don't know what the fuck it was, honestly. But you've got protesters like trying to come through the window while men in Secret Service outfits are holding guns at them.
Yeah.
First of all, you're not coming through that fucking window. If the dude puts a gun in your face, you're probably going to reassess.
It's going to make a great cover to a Newsweek magazine.
Oh, I bet. Times too.
Or Time too. Yeah. Exactly.
Man.
It's just going to look fucking great on there. Or that guy, that one goofy bastard painted up and all that, standing in the middle of the fucking Capitol building.
Fucking idiot. Did he have a fucking Viking hat on?
He had some sort of goofy fucking horn shit on.
Stupid bitch.
And they had like fucking, there was like Confederate flags and all sorts of shit, and unfortunate Gadsden flags. Like I said,
yeah, the Gadsden flags were. That's a good way to put it. Unfortunate.
But let me ask you, I gotta wonder about these folks, whether it be the QAnons, the Trumpers, or any of these other ones. Like, are you still hard up on that thin blue line shit still?
Yeah.
Considering they definitely shot one of yours today.
Yeah, shot one of yours who supposedly was just a reporter. But if you watch the video on Parler, they're like, I don't know. She was climbing through a window and the cop was like, fuck that. Bang. Maybe he thought she was a dog. Or maybe she was his wife.
That's what I was just about to say. I was like, what if it was his wife?
Oh my God. Problem solved. Everybody pray for that cop because now he doesn't have anybody to beat at his house when he goes home.
This reaffirms my notion that all of you who talk about the thin blue line and all that, but also in one hand and then talk about revolution in the other, you got to understand.
You got life fucked up.
The first like vanguard of you starting this revolution, the first obstacle you are going to have to fucking steamroll in order for it to happen is that blue line.
Right. And they made their flag after what their wives look like, black and blue. I mean,
got him.
Just think about it.
Target acquired.
Yeah.
I don't know if they seem to understand that or not. Like, you understand the first line of defense in peace, quote unquote, peace and order, right, is them. So if their job is to quote unquote keep peace and order, and revolution is you would never use those adjectives to describe revolution.
Right.
Right. You are going to have to you're going to have to roll over them, because guess what? I think you assume they were just gonna join your side, but I don't think they're gonna do that.
No, clearly not. I think that you could actually say, even though this is fake, right? I mean, I'm not saying I don't know that it's fake. I'm sure there were a lot of legitimate protesters there. So if you were, as a listener listening, and you were one of the people in Washington protesting, I get it. Like, the protests were real.
Yeah.
But this whole bullshit about storming the fucking buildings and stuff, I think it's bullshit. You said, too, in pictures you saw, and I saw them on Parler as well, they were like areas taped off in the buildings. Mm-hmm. They went in for fucking perfect photo shots. Again, that fucking guy in the middle of the house or wherever it was, dressed up like a fucking Viking retard. Yeah. Photo op.
What is it? I don't know where it came from, but there's an old line that says the revolution will not be televised.
Clearly not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, real revolutionaries aren't going to let people document it because normally during revolutions, some really fucked up shit happens that they don't want people seeing.
You know, I was telling somebody the other day, and it rolls right into the thing I was going to tell you about my grandma. Because my grandma, unfortunately, they get older in age, they don't move around as much, they stay in the house, and she just happens to only watch fucking news. So she's like hooked herself up to a fucking absolute just diet of fucking brainwashing. Mm. So I get over there and she's got the news on, and I'm kind of looking at it. I've been wrangling my crotch goblins all day today.
Yeah.
So it was really the first I'd seen other than a couple like news updates on my phone. And she said, anyway, twisted it up. I told someone the other day, because they were like, what do we do to fix this? And this is before all this fake shit happened. I said, well, you lost your power a long time ago. I don't know whether to blame our parents, our grandparents, or our great-grandparents, but we definitely need to blame ourselves.
Yeah.
Because we're the ones of fighting age right now that should be tar and feathering these motherfuckers. Mm-hmm. Again, fictionally, I'm not calling for violence. It's hard enough to keep video on YouTube, let alone Pornhub. But anyway, I get there and I see the news on, and she's like, "What do you think about all this going on?" It's got me. I'm not very happy. It makes me uncomfortable. And I was like, "Well, it should make you uncomfortable because this is what's happening now. And if we had just done what the Constitution told us to do a long time ago, this wouldn't happen."
Yeah.
What did the Constitution tell us to do? I mean, they wanted us to have the Second Amendment, not for the right to hunt, but for the sole purpose to be as armed as... in the Constitution's framework, they didn't even have a standing army. They wouldn't have had the New York Police Department. That's a standing army.
Yeah.
They would have had a well-regulated militia of people living in the neighborhood who are responsible individuals to keep everything on lockdown. And I don't mean like COVID-19 lockdown.
Yeah.
I mean like people aren't stealing your shit for meth.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have had giant forces of police wearing black face masks with no name tag on. Mm-hmm.
But it's so weird.
We're fucked.
It's such a weird,
until it comes down to it and we do what we got to do.
I think Mark Passio, if he's got one thing dead on straight right, it's that the biggest infection that we are suffering from, as a species, I'd say it goes beyond our borders.
Can I guess?
Go ahead.
Government.
Well, okay. Besides government.
Shit. I thought, fuck.
No.
We were on a roll there for a while.
I meant not like that first. Okay. So government's the disease.
Belief in authority?
We have an infection, and that's called solipsism.
Ah, yes.
Okay.
Fuck, it's been a while.
Because, when you had all these, riots back in the summer and all that, the BLM demonstrations, all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You had people being all you had one side, the right side, right? Being like, oh, these thugs need to be taken care of, and da 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 da. They're looting and destroying things and all this shit. And now they go, and let's pretend that the Capitol thing is real, right? Okay, it's the same thing. It's people that are upset. They're angry at the status quo.
Yeah,
and they want to express their anger, right?
They're trying to use the system's rules to change the system.
That's what the left tried to say back in the summer to people who were demonstrating, that they were expressing their anger at a system that was failing them, right?
The right called them terrorists, and now the left are calling the right terrorists.
Nobody can get the narrative straight anymore.
It's part of the division. It's part of the creating tension between the two. That's why you should not be in the two-party system. It's too easy to control.
Yeah.
We're being led like sheep right now. Do you want to go down the right slaughterhouse line, or do you want to go down the left?
Yeah.
We even have a fourth option. It's called libertarianism. We got another one called the Green Party. Want to check it out? It's a lot nicer. There's pictures. You like pictures?
I mean, at least the Green Party, like, at the end of the day, if you, like, I feel like at the end of the day, at least the Green Party and Libertarian Party are a little bit more pure than, unless there is some sort of devious thing that maybe, I mean, I always like to think it's not true, that they are just cogs in the machine, and they're used to make it look like we have the myth of option, the myth of choice, right?
Right.
That there's not just two options. Like there's four. There's four people running for president.
You can't vote for the other ones because they'll fuck up. And, you're throwing your vote away.
This is too important. This is the most important election we've ever had.
Until the next one.
You can't vote for them. And then the next one's going to be really important.
How bad is the next one going to? I mean, I don't even know if we'll have another one.
Yeah.
But if we did, I mean, it's going to be the most important one we've ever had in our fucking life. I guarantee you that. Mark this in your calendar. Bones and Tubbs said it first.
Will it be 2024? November 2024.
Bitch.
That shit's going to be legit.
It's going to be the most important election. Your enemies are literally at the gate. The aliens. We're already going to have aliens.
Democracy itself is on the chopping block if you do not show up to vote.
I heard a thing, and I want to ask you about the thing.
Okay.
Another thing that they put into the COVID bill, I believe it was the COVID bill. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments or in an email. But I heard and read that they put in a thing where they have the president, can't say his name. Hope I haven't already said it. I'm not really paying attention.
Who knows?
The word machine. But he put a thing in there that they, all of the intelligence agencies and all the military branches were directed by the executive branch to put out every single bit of information that they had about extraterrestrials and UFOs in 180 days. And there was language in there that said, and their affiliations with other enemy countries. And this goes right back to that fucking documentary Above Majestic, which you can find for free on BitChute, bitchute.com, BITCHUTE. We're also on there, Bonesandtubs.
Mm-hmm.
They put a lot of silly shit in that bill.
Yeah.
A lot of mamby-pamby.
It was like a bums rush. Like, they were like
it was almost as bad as
we're going to fucking... People are going to really want this bill to be passed so we could put virtually whatever the fuck we want in it.
This is the perfect time to use my gender studies in Pakistan.
Oh, shit. That's really important.
I'm going to get paid. Fuck them.
I mean, at this point, I feel like if one thing's not going to give us, it's going to be another. And my prediction is it's going to be the dollar just fucking taking a gigantic fucking shit.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, you look at it, my crypto investments, right? They might go up exponentially and skyrocket.
Right.
But the problem is that...
How are you going to trade with a fucking grid down?
Yeah, the U.S... Well, not only that, the U.S. dollar by that point is going to be so goddamn worthless that my millions in crypto are going to be worthless in comparison to the fact that the dollar means nothing anymore.
Unless the fucking guy that you're going to trade for chickens with has got something where you can trade Doge. I don't know.
Well, I got plenty to trade. Don't worry about that.
That's what I mean, but... I just meant with the crypto thing. Like, crypto's great if the system isn't fucked, because you can just, like, day trade. You can hold on to it as an investment, whatever. We're not financial investors, by the way.
No.
I feel like we have to say that. But, I just don't know, man. That's why I sold it, because I started seeing that stuff about Russia or China or whoever the fuck hacking the secondary backup for if the power grid goes down.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, they're about to fuck us. We're about to get fucked.
Yeah.
And I got to pay bills. So.
What do you think, like, let's say, hypothetically, like, let's say it does happen. They fucking shut down the grid and they take over.
I believe more in the grid down than I have ever believed in QAnon.
But, like, what do you think, like, what's, after that, I mean, what's the next step? It's not like they're going to, like, it's not like Z is going to be, like, they couldn't possibly perceive that we're just going to be like, okay, we're cool with Xi Jinping being our new leader.
Do you know why they're going to do a grid down?
Why?
Remember that website, was it Deagle? We did a show on it last year. The population, where they said that we dropped like a crazy fucking amount. They predicted by, 2024, 2025?
Something like that.
The United States. It goes hand in hand with the fucking Georgia Guidestones. The studies have shown that 90% if not higher than 90%, will die in the United States without a power grid. It's depopulation.
Yeah.
That's why. They'll figure out the rest with military might and fucking orders.
Yeah.
They don't have a problem right now. We got a fucking power grid. We got Instagram. We got all these things right now, and they're still just barking orders and getting it off.
Yeah, and I don't think we're going to have any allies coming to back us up either.
No, we're not black. Blacks are the only ones that get allies. Did you know that? They call white people allies. That
oh, okay. You made a joke. Okay.
The human made a joke. It was not a good one. I did not laugh at it.
It took me a minute, you know? Okay, I just don't think...
I prefer those slow burns that make you giggle like a child. Those are my favorite.
When the enemy's at the gates, all of our friends that we've been fucking are hedging our bets on for years, because let me tell you something. Pakistan and all that money we just gave them for gender studies ain't going to come help us.
No.
England's not going to come help us. Canada is just going to be like, go there, buddy. You go ahead and do your thing. We're going to stay up here and drink maple syrup and fucking...
So glad we gave those guys on horseback fully automatic rifles to shoot those fucking Americans when they come across the border.
Drink some weak-ass fucking bourbon... Or not bourbon, fuck. I'm sorry. Drink some weak-ass whiskey.
Yeah.
You know?
A little bitch.
Yeah.
What's that show that... I think they're Canadian. Letterkenny?
Yeah, yeah.
They just quit throwing us the ball?
Yeah. I'd say that, and like Mexico is just kind of like, you know that meme of like Jim from The Office staring through the window, like through the like that's them. they're just like, I'd say the whole of South America is going to be Jim from The Office staring at us while we're getting fucked. Because like, I mean, we talked about it in our CIA episodes. We talked about it before. We have, I mean, not just South America, but let's say like in the general vicinity, we have fucked with South America, Mexico, all of them for a long time.
Yeah.
And
pretty much every country. And I think it goes back to the plan, the occult plan. Oh, I think we talked about, it was a long time ago. We talked about that documentary, Phoenix.
Yeah.
Something about America, the Phoenix or something like that. But they completely crafted us to be this country that would like sprout up. It goes hand in hand with my personally held belief that all of the revolutionary shit that happened was fake. That the queen or the king or whoever it was at the time sent the fucking colonialists over here to like settle up, and then they were going to be like, let's foment revolution and quit paying taxes. So they could use all that built up fucking energy of fuck the crown to colonize this country, to build its wealth. And really, we're just a fucking subsidiary. They're like I forget what it's called. You have like an LLC and then you have a corporation above the LLC.
Yeah.
And they just use us.
I mean,
they build us up to use us as a world police. They make everyone hate us. And we're so goddamn lazy and opulent that we deserve it.
I feel like...
So when we need aid, they're like, go eat a dick.
There's still got to be some animosity on the part of England.
You know what I mean? The colonies.
Like, we spend at least one day a year just really tell them to go fuck themselves.
Why don't you go fuck yourself?
We dig it in every fucking year.
And we use China to do it. Beautiful.
There's got to be something there, man.
I guarantee if we could use a fucking time machine right now, not time machine, but a teleporter. Actually, teleporter and a time machine, where we could go back to a pub that wasn't closed early because of this fake-ass virus. Mm-hmm. And we could sit in a pub. It wouldn't take 45 minutes to some drunk motherfucker to be like, oh, you're from the fucking colonies then. Mm. You know?
Yeah.
The animosity is real on all sides. We have no friends. Yeah. Like, we're fucked.
Yeah.
Except for maybe the Aussies.
That, and they've just like...
The Aussie people, I should
this
say.
This whole COVID-19...
even though they call it Seppos.
Pandemic.
Yeah.
I feel like, in a philosophical sense, it's been a siege.
Yeah,
this has been a siege.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
It's been a holdout.
It's a toilet paper siege.
They want to see how, like they're going to starve us out first, make us like just like absolutely fucking dick hungry for any kind of support.
Yeah,
right. I mean, think about it. They just put out that stimulus, and you were talking before. You were mad because you didn't get it.
Yeah,
right.
I don't need the government's money, but at the same time, I'm fucking broke right now, and I need some goddamn cash to pay my fucking bills.
I'm gonna be honest. I mean, right now the only thing I bought 2 sweet ass Damascus steel knives with my stimulus money.
Nice. Yeah.
You know, probably just to end up slitting my own wrist, but
nah, can't do that. You got to go out and hail a gunfire.
Yeah, you're right.
I at least want to see you like what's that dude's name from No Country for Old Men? I want you to have the same face while you stab a dude in the neck that he had while he was choking that guy out with handcuffs.
Okay. Yeah. Just like that.
Yeah.
Or I think
Imagine how great Damascus steel would feel on somebody's neck.
Oh my god!
Hypothetically,
yeah,
we're not bullying or any of that.
I was thinking maybe that scene from 300 where the one guy gets like fucking stabbed up the middle with a spear, and he just like fucking pulls it in closer and just screams. He's just screaming the whole time like, whoa! Yeah.
I mean, I get it.
I'd like to do that, but probably I'd be like, ooh,
this is bullshit.
This fucking hurts, Daddy.
Oh, Daddy, you hurt my pussy. Fuck. Sorry, I had to do the natural. It's not a constitutional, but it was natural.
I'm trying to find. It's taking forever to find.
So, we thought we read this on a previous episode. This came from Johan Blagojevich on, I believe it was December 7th. So if we didn't do it, we're tripping. But I hope this correspondence finds you well, my dudes. Whether you know it or not, you keep me company on my commute back and forth to work, where I mold the impressionable yet felonious minds of our urban youth. In a world where the indiscernible mumbling takes precedence over child trafficking and deep state manipulations of society, your angelic voices help me find my center, and on occasion awaken the Nordic warrior that lies dormant within me. Your recent conversation in which you opined about the various ways in which you could dispatch child molesters with lawn care equipment was a most rousing discourse. For real though, love and miss you guys. Fuck the factory. Soon enough, you guys will be made free by your journalistic endeavors in uncovering the truth, either through wealth or being thrown into a white van by the Alphabet Boys. Before I go, I have 2 questions that I would like to postulate in your upcoming podcast. 1. When you have your notebook for thoughts and research on topical matters, do you use... Yeah, we did do this one.
Yeah, that was a...
Cornell note-taking method or the SQR3R, because we talked about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, Johan. We talked about that one, but I remember because I saw that SQ3R, and I'm like, I just still don't remember that.
Before we got started on the other email,
love you, buddy.
I want to hit a shout out to Huron, aka Creighton Lee Rose, going through doing the deep work on our fucking episodes.
Yeah,
putting awesome comments, and also on some of them, because we've talked before, people bitch like, you going on for fucking 20 minutes about bullshit, didn't even get to the fucking topic.
Yeah,
they're commenting the time at which we start the
topic. My god, what a godsend.
I know, right? It's wonderful. It's a wonderful thing.
Yeah, you are a precious angel.
Someone's going through and doing the deep work,
right, and
actually like categorizing where it starts, so that people
for
who
those
are
angry bitches
sit there and listen to about 3 minutes, and they're like, "I can't fucking do this anymore.
And this on the topic, and I can't scan forward.
Let me see the fucking. Let me see the. I'm gonna read the comments. Oh shit, that's where it starts. Okay,
yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I got 2 from Fog 357, of course, because the correspondence is just too much not to pass.
Straight fucking fire.
Yes. He asks, forward in the trenches, as it were.
Not wrong.
Was this too much, or perhaps needed reworded? The 3 amigos greatly appreciate your willingness playing along as we joust. Understanding that there's in fact a line we walk. We'd like to continue this line of conversation as the new year promises to be just as wonderful as the last. As censorship had never been our strong suit, we appreciate any advice you might have moving forward. As always, if you need help, don't hesitate to screech autisty in the void. Aid will follow in one form or another.
Much obliged, gents. Much obliged. Your crew is bloody fantastic. This Nashville shite is bugging the shit out of me. I hear the voice warning people to evac. That's been backed up by a couple witnesses who were nearby. Shots fired, reported by multiple sources in the wee hours of Christmas morning. Local Gestapo seemed to be well aware of some fuckery was afoot. There was bloody nobody on the street. That's either the most elaborate suicide via 2 gunshots to the back of the skull, old-ass political assassination ploy. Thank you, Clintons and Mafia. Same thing. Moving on. Or somebody seriously screwed up the neighbor's dog, and shit is about to seriously get weird in Boomsville, Tennessee. That's really nice. I like that.
Yeah.
Crap shoot either way.
There you go.
Though ain't it? 3 amigos.
He was using the old English spelling of words. I appreciate that.
Yeah, we both appreciate it. It's fantastic.
The last one I wanted to read came to us today.
Oh, no shit. I missed it.
I think it's in response to all the stuff that's been going on.
I see. It came at 3:32 today.
Yes. Has the Book Begun by Zoe Murillo. If I mispronounce your name, please don't hesitate to tell me I'm a fuck up.
Deep apologies.
It could be Murillo. I don't know how it's pronounced. But, hey guys, I'm a huge fan of your podcast, and I just wanted to get your take on the people storming the Capitol building. Well,
you just got it.
You just got it.
And we're back.
The media is trying to push a narrative that they're all Trump supporters, but I honestly think that a good majority of the people that are partaking in this are pissed off Americans that know we need to overthrow the government and start again if we want to live in a better country. So do you think that this is the beginning of the book? Or do you think it'll be over by the end of the day and people will talk about it for the rest of the week and never mention it again? Thank you for all your content you put out. I've learned quite a bit listening to you two and feel like you guys have helped me open my eyes to the bullshit that the government is trying to force feed us. Zoe. Thank you, Zoe. Mm-hmm. Thank you. We love hearing from people that say, like, listen, you guys pulled the blinders off of me.
Oh, man, I love that shit.
Yeah, I feed off of that.
That's the kind of stuff that makes me have awkward wet dreams. You know what I mean? We got a little stronger off of that one. Yeah.
But thank you all for getting with us.
Sorry.
Okay.
Do you have something to do?
No.
I thought about something.
Okay.
It's a shot in the dark.
Uh-huh.
What if I fucking called JNY5 and let him do his own outro?
Okay.
Would that be all right?
That's fine.
At least try it.
Yeah.
Hello? We just, how do you like being put on the spot?
Do you have a gun on you?
No. I mean, I got a gun, but it's not a firearm.
I'm good with being on the spot. What are you guys up to?
We're recording right now. We were going to have you do your own outro.
I wouldn't even know how to do that.
I didn't know if you had some things you wanted to shout. Everybody, this is JNY5 from JNY5 Internet Studios, JNY5.com, and I definitely just put him on the spot.
How are we doing? I'm glad to be put on the spot, I guess.
Yeah. Hopefully this fucking plays well. This phone's a piece of shit.
I can hear it.
Okay.
My phone is also a piece of shit.
Shout out the phones. Tubbs says it sounds great.
I mean, it's not like perfection, but I think it sounds all right.
I think it'll do.
Yeah.
What'd you guys do your episode on today?
Oh, man, we're going to have to talk about that one. It was all this...
So the reason... I've been trying to call you guys for a reason to talk about what you've been saying, too. There's one thing, and again, we had the conversation. I don't want to... I'm an artist. You guys are artists. I'm never going to try to tell you what to say and what not to say.
Right.
But you're poking one very big dragon, and I wonder if you could tell me what dragon that you think I'm talking about.
I don't know.
The dragon, I'm just going to say it, taxes.
Oh, yeah, that's a hitter, though.
You can't tell people to not pay taxes because the government will try to kill you for that. That's the only thing.
I get it. I actually just said it earlier, and I said it emphatically because our episode was about what we thought, how we think that this whole, not necessarily the protest, but the whole storming of the Capitol, like going in the buildings and all that shit was fake.
Oh, you think it's fake?
Oh, for sure.
To be honest with you, I just kind of woke up from a nap, and I was maybe 10 minutes before you called me. I was looking through, and I was trying to figure out what was going on.
All the pictures are photo ops. They had like a line.
Let's say fake in the sense that like
Can you hear Tubbs?
Yeah.
Definitely. I feel like it was more about like it not necessarily fake. It's fake in the sense that like there was too many like perfect photos and things for it to be truly organic.
They had shit
and I feel like it was
off.
more like there was agent provocateurs that were probably like they were leading it. You know what I mean? Like
they had some guy dressed as a Viking.
Yeah.
Interesting. I can't. I mean, storming the Capitol. The first thought I have is what do you mean? So some people. So you tell me that the government can't defend the Capitol? Like it's a big. Like people are storming. Unless this is like a SWAT team with guns, like there shouldn't be an issue, right? Like.
Well,
especially since they didn't go. The protesters didn't.
This goes into like the whole government. Isn't this what we're paying people to do?
I mean, they have such sophisticated like security that it's ridiculous that they just like waltzed in there.
Not only that, the people that went in there, like if it was a real, let's quote unquote revolution or whatever they were wanting to pin it as,
right?
Nobody went in there armed,
right?
Okay,
completely unarmed.
They're not. That's to me that it just.
It seems like a polarization.
They let them storm it.
Right.
They let them.
They let them in there, and it just seems it's highly convenient that all the pictures they showed were like professionally done, and just it was I don't know, man, ridiculous.
Killed. I'm reading like some chick got killed.
Yeah, they said it was a reporter, but if you watch the video on Parler is where I found it. I can see if I still got it loaded. I'll send it to you, but She's like they're in a stairwell and she's trying to climb through a window or something, and then they just pop her. And that's like the whole thing too. We talked about how all these Proud Boys and all this shit, they ride that thin blue line dick, and it's like, oh, where you at now?
Yeah.
Because they definitely just popped somebody climbing through a window.
Speaking of women who have died, anybody heard about my homegirl Tiffany Dover?
I don't know.
So Tiffany Dover is that girl that fucking got the shot on TV.
Oh yeah.
Passed out, and nobody's been able to talk to her or locate her since then, and the media doesn't seem like they had to cover that.
Right. Her family put out supposedly, I haven't read it, but I heard they put out a statement saying that they requested privacy at this time, and she's been off all social media since that happened. They say she died from the shot, and they didn't want it to be public.
I understand like the need for privacy, but if you're going to be if you're going on TV to show that this is okay,
right,
and then you pass out, you don't somehow find the need to maybe go back on TV and say that I didn't die.
Make a statement.
You know what?
Yeah.
And you know what the fucked up part about that is that, and this is across the U.S., and you can't, you can find autopsy reports are public record, right? So you could FOIA request autopsy reports, but the problem is that you can't put vaccine injury as a cause of death.
I believe it was Marfugel said that they found an autopsy report with the same name matching, but they didn't have any way to identify.
But even then, it doesn't matter because on official record, it'll never say that it was because of vaccine.
Exactly.
It wasn't a vaccine injury.
Madness.
Apparently, the most official record that people are finding this on is Ancestry.com is listing her as being deceased. But it's the only. I guess this is the only registry that isn't touchable by the government,
right?
From my knowledge, but
yeah, no, I agree. That or they, I don't know. We were talking earlier. There's a giant shit show. There's a giant shit storm coming, and we all feel it, and it's gross.
What do you think's gonna happen?
I don't know.
I mean, what else, honestly, like what else can I just assume a guy with a badge is just gonna walk into my door one day and just explain to me how I'm supposed to live my life from here on out.
I hope so, because I have a lot of.
That actually wouldn't surprise me at all.
No, we're getting there. We were talking about social credit score and all that shit. Like, we're to the point now where I need a daddy to tell me what to do, because God forbid I make my own goddamn choices.
I'm just gonna start shitting in my bed.
Yes, that's the spirit.
Yeah.
I hope some of that goddamn tax money we pay pays for someone to come clean your bed for you too, because you shouldn't have to do that.
No.
Listen, I pay my taxes, and I think everybody should pay their taxes. But here's the thing: you see all this crazy shit that happened this year, and all these business owners that got fucked. The funniest thing is at some point in the very near future, they're going to come to us and look both ways and then give us a fucking tax bill. And with a straight face, expect everybody to fucking pay. And I don't, it's amazing.
We're in this together.
Yeah, we're all in this together.
With all this has happened, it's amazing that they just don't go, you know what, maybe you guys need a year break from this. No, they go, hey, you know what? We know you didn't work. We know you can't do shit, but we're still gonna need that $2,000. And that's just like the pinnacle of the whole entire. It's like the icing on the cake. This is what these people really look at you as, is that you're simply just a vehicle to extract money from.
Right.
And when the bill comes due, hey, you know what? Too bad. Do you have the money or not?
Yeah.
That's what it's gonna come down to.
I think too. And I'll amend, because I know you talked about us poking the dragon. I'll amend this because I thought of this the other day while I was in the shower. That's where some of the best thoughts come from, in my opinion. Instead of saying don't pay your taxes, I would say pay your taxes. Huh?
I say sell your kings.
Yeah, that's true. Sell your kings. Fuck them. If you paid your taxes, right, but you just waited till the end of the year, you held your taxes in your own personal escrow in your fucking some drawer. You know what I mean? Paid at the end of the year. Let them know what it's like to operate a year without fucking steady income. See how they like that?
Then we're really in this together.
Yeah, we're all in this together, motherfuckers.
I mean, you're right. It's amazing that the government takes so much money, they print so much money and use it. But if you look through the actual numbers, the majority of the money that they, well, I don't know about this year, but that they use derives from personal income tax.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So if
shut that motherfucker
again,
down for 12 or 11 months.
Again, the way I look at it is, I pay my taxes just like a guy met me in the alley with a gun. Like the only reason I do it is because I don't have the resources to fight this person.
I'm assuming
I'd rather hand my wallet over.
I'm assuming you don't want to.
It's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time before people start looking at this and being like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Right.
I call that. I think that the beginning of this is something I call the revolution of abandonment, where we simply just don't. We simply look at the government as something very stupid and very remedial that attempts to fucking take money from us and solve problems that they have no business trying to solve.
Right, while paying themselves exorbitant amounts of money.
Oh, that's the whole thing is they're just trying to enrich themselves. The entire game.
Slavery.
It's a con game.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a con game, and everybody from a poor country knows exactly what they're doing. We're Americans, and we've never had this done before, so this is why it's strange to us.
Yeah. It's queer, as they say. Queer as in weird. The old school definition. We're going to go ahead and end this episode. Can you tell the people where you can be found and what you would like them to know?
Yeah, first of all, I just want to say make sure you pay your taxes. Those good people up in Washington need that money for you.
Oh, they need that motherfucking money.
But make sure you do that. I just want to make sure that I'm on the record of saying that.
Yes, you don't. That guy that comes in your house to watch you shit your bed, you don't want him to have a gun or anything.
You got to keep Mitch McConnell in turtle wax, you know.
Yes.
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram, JMY5 Internet Studios. JMY5.com. I got a whole bunch of cool stuff too. A lot of people don't. I got a lot of built-in like little Easter eggs and things on the site too. So if you scroll through the menu bar, there's a lot of like interesting things there. If people want to take a look. Other than that, buy my shit, fund the revolution.
Yeah. Shout out JMY5 Internet Studios, JMY5.com, and also the Clothing the Homeless, man. Right?
Yeah, bro. Humans helping humans. Yeah.
Yep.
Every time you buy anything from me, the same thing you bought is going to be given to a homeless person. Right now, I'm just doing out of the Boston area because that's where I live.
Yeah, gotta do what you can in your area for sure.
Yeah. So this is also the beginning of I'm going to do a lot more. This is the beginning of my help with the homeless people. I'm going to do a lot more things. And one of the reasons I'm doing this is because I'm trying to show, like, as an anarchist, that so there's a giant homeless problem, and why not? Let's stop asking the government to solve this problem. Let's see if we ourselves can try to tackle this problem.
Yeah, first of all, the government they set up spikes so people can't sleep under bridges and make park benches uncomfortable to lay down on. So
the government's answer to homelessness, instead of helping motherfuckers, is to just put down spikes on the street. Where they commonly sleep or make park benches uncomfortable. So basically, they said, "Fuck them."
So this is actually, in doing this, is it kind of like I like to make examples. So instead of just talking about anarchism and how we'd be better off without a government, this is like an example of something that one business can do to help the homeless population. And again, this is just the ground floor of what I'm trying to do. If you guys stay tuned and keep an eye on what I'm doing, you're going to see that there's going to be a lot more that goes into this.
Absolutely. Check him out, JMY5.com, JMY5 Internet Studios on Instagram. Show him some love. Like all of his stuff, share all of his stuff, buy his shit, help the homeless.
I appreciate it, guys. I'm gonna take off. I got a joint looking at me. I'm gonna smoke this joint. Then I'm gonna file my taxes.
Man, I hope you have a government issued license for that joint. I'm sure you do.
I sure do, my friend.
All right, buddy. Take care.
See ya.
Take care, guys.
So that was JMY5. Like he said, check out his stuff.
Digital artist, savage, anarchist.
Maybe I have to do. I like those. It actually, you'll have to. I mean, we'll have to check the editing, but
yeah,
it sounded all right. Like if you're
that was on the fly. We need to do one with our laptop in here.
If you're in the car, you might have to. You might have had to adjust it just a little bit.
You're gonna have to listen to us scream after you turn the volume all the way up.
But I don't know. I think you could hear it. I mean, I'm sure there's some way we could do it to make it sound a little bit more.
I'll see what I can do.
Yeah, but
there's a way to increase the level for sure.
We also like to thank Blood the Brave for letting us use his music.
I'd love to get him on too. We need to do this shit with an actual interview. I told him I haven't talked to Blood the Brave in a while, but talking to JNY5, I want to do like on I can't think of it. Not OBS, but one of those recording things where we could actually just like microphone up, talk through a laptop, put it into the show. So that was your little taste of an on the fly JNY5.
Nice.
Maybe soon we'll get a on the fly Blood of the Brave,
That'd be sweet.
Let you guys hear.
We get other people like that too.
We got a solid team of folks.
Yeah.
Check him out. Buy his shirts. Help the homeless in the Boston area.
we'd like to thank y'all for listening.
We really want to thank you.
So you could always get a hold of us over on Instagram.
Instagram.com/Bonesandtubs.
We got merch on our homepage too. You can link up
the link on our profile page.
You go to TeePublic. You can buy a shirt. You can buy anything with our logo on it.
For sure. We also have merch on Patreon.com/Bonesandtubs. Check out the reward tiers.
Yes.
I went through and finally made those right. We need content for that shit though. We're lazy as fuck.
You can for what? For Patreon? Yeah.
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 We need Patreon only content. That's the only reason why no one's on there.
Well, I think
not no one, but you know what I'm saying.
I think it
hasn't blown up.
You know
yet.
what? This is off the air, but I think let's just sit down and say let's do the movie thing. I think that thing will be great.
Oh yes.
We review a movie.
Oh yeah,
right.
Yeah.
So and we just do that once a month. We review we do
different
a movie.
Genres.
We watch it.
Yep.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna put it to you motherfuckers.
So it's not off there. It's actually staying in. I'm not deleting it.
Okay, so you can delete all the side talk, right? So this is what we guys want. This is what we want you guys to do. We want one of you, or many of you, if you want, and if we get multiple entries, it's probably going to end up being that one. We want you to submit a film for us to watch. Now, I would suggest not a documentary, because we talk about documentaries all the time on the show, on the regular
unless
show.
There's like a specific fire one.
For our Patreon-only content, we're going to do a movie review.
You say we keep the documentary. If they want to give us a documentary, we do it for a podcast show, you think?
Yes. So if you have a documentary, send it to us, but we're probably going to do it in the regular podcast. But if you have an idea for a regular movie, now, I'd say for this first entry, I don't want it flying all over the place. Let's pick a genre.
What are we looking at?
Hit us with some sci-fi.
Okay.
And mind you, please, be creative. We've seen the Star Wars movies before. Do you really want to hear us talk about I talk about Star Wars on the show all the time anyway.
It's a Star Wars.
But if you have a sci-fi movie you think this is something they need to hit, right? Hit us in the comments. And I'm going to tell you right now, if between now and next week, if we don't get any entries, I'm just going to pick something.
I would rein it in. I wouldn't even say comments. You could put it in the comments for sure, but...
hit us up in the DMs, or you can hit us up on our email.
Yeah, one of the two.
Well,
actually, fuck it, one of the three, because we need more comments. If you guys just want to help the show out and you don't want to pay us money, because, I get it. It's hard.
Yeah.
Like and comment.
Yes.
That puts us in the algorithm. I'm about to monetize our channel.
Yeah.
Not because we're going to get money from YouTube or because I expect YouTube to be around in 3 months, but I looked at the new algorithm. The videos that YouTube promotes are pretty much only monetized channels.
Copy.
So we could get 45 fucking cents a year. I don't really give a fuck about that. I want our message to get out there.
Yeah.
Help us out.
So, yeah, definitely hit us up in the comments with a movie idea, sci-fi, and we will watch it, and then we will get Patreon content. We could probably do it this month if we get it by next week.
For sure.
We'll do our homework and watch it. Even if it's a movie I've already seen before.
Rewatch, take notes.
I'll watch it again. Yeah, take notes. Because trust me, when it comes to sci-fi,
no homo guys, but he's chubbed up.
Yeah, I don't think there's any. I don't
hard.
think there's too many you could probably throw my way that I haven't seen. It's almost a challenge at this point.
Yeah, he challenges
But please,
you.
guys, don't. I don't like stipulations, but please don't just find some schlummy shark versus tornado or whatever the fuck that Sharknado shit. A good sci-fi movie, like good. Not, just so bad it's good.
I know. Are we doing a list? Are we going to take their submissions and then give our?
I'm going to take.
Let's say top 10 sci-fi movies.
I'm going to. Well, it's what's going to do is it's going to be. We're gonna take submissions, and I would say, like I said, if we get double entries, chances are the double entry is going to be the one we pick.
Bump it up,
right?
Yeah. But do you think?
And then we'll do that.
We could work that into a list, though.
Yeah, we can work a list, but
we've already got a vast amount of fucking sci-fi movies.
But I would say viability wise,
yeah.
And that's the other thing is making sure whatever you're sending us, it's not something so obscure we would have to search it out and find it. Like it's impossible to find.
I have to go to a Blockbuster in Africa to find it.
Exactly. Like the only way we could watch is on VHS.
Yeah. But if you have a VHS, you could email us.
I know that
we'll
sounds like a lot of rules, but I feel like we we're still pretty broad stroked right now.
We're trying our best.
Yeah.
We're reasonably intelligent gentlemen with nice cocks. You know, we're doing the best we can.
Marsh clock.
Nice cock, Braden.
But we'd like to thank you all for listening. We hope you guys enjoyed the show, and we hope between now and again you guys stay safe, and we hope to see you next time.
Just want to let you guys know that my dude here is already taken, but he's crafted Fortnite, my guy. We love you.
We really do.
The bad thing about being honest, the straightforward, and doing that is people know where you stand, and they try to take advantage of you. They take advantage of your good nature. They take advantage of the fact that they know that you're a good guy, you are a straight shooter, and that you're not going to retaliate on them when they fuck you. Well, folks, most of the time I believe that's probably true. But God built me to be here to prove to you that what you have been doing for God knows how many years is wrong. You picked on the wrong man. I'm not tough.
You hear that?
I'm not that strong.
Yeah. They rolled up in all black, windows half cracked, scoping out the scene before they attack. Had they on bad guys in most people's eyes. Most trust them with their life cause they got a badge of tie. Gifted a position given to them by a system that set it all up to put the kids into prison. This is non-fiction, non-violence, so just listen. They got a mission to imprison your mind and soul. This ain't nothing new, but we survive what we're sold. And don't believe in ourselves, but believe what we're told. And we're all molded by a machine that gets in your dreams. It can get in your gut and keep your self-esteem. And I've been scolded and told who I should be, but I'll never conform. I was born to be free. It's a setup, I never let up. From the cradle to the grave, they got you in the cage. It's a setup, so keep your head up, cause they're selling all that doubt with every word at the mouth. It's a setup, I never let up. From the cradle to the grave, they got you in the cage. It's a setup, so keep your head up, cause they're selling all that doubt with every word at the mouth. Giving numbers of birth, yeah, that's a fact. Deny it if you want, but I'll do the math. I face facts and understand. Had to overstand the plan with my mind intact. And I got more than a plan, I got hope and belief, dreams and faith, and know damn well that's what they want to take. It's a weapon, fear's aggression, and they plant it in our minds to the point we can't find a way out, a way in. And anywhere you go, you'll see a many men over there and everywhere. They're armed and prepared to do whatever it takes. They don't play fair, that's a jump out boys with the plastic toys draped in all black, ready to bring the noise. A setup, I never let up. From the cradle to the grave, they got you in the cage. It's a setup, so keep your head up, cause they're selling all that doubt with every word at the mouth. It's a setup, I never let up. From the cradle to the grave, they got you in the cage. It's a setup, so keep your head up, cause they're selling all that doubt with every word at the mouth.